own at this point. Yahoo owns 24% of Alibaba, and they likely have to sell 40 to 50% on the IPO. One of the things that's really interesting, let's start with the activity today. I mean, the options in Yahoo traded 2.5 times average daily volume. Largely, or a good chunk of that, was in the Jan 40 calls where somebody was peeling out of them. They were taking profits. They sold 90,000 of these today. And that activity caught my eye in a week where Yahoo was kind of newsy. They had a shareholder meeting this week. We had the news that Marissa Mayer slept through a big meeting with some ad customers, and then also Alibaba chose the NYSE to list their the IPO when it comes due. So when we get back from the holiday, a lot of the chatter is going to be leading up to the roadshow for the IPO. I think a lot of speculation that the IPO actually comes in early August. But let's talk about Yahoo here for a second. Okay, 2013, it was rumor all year long about Alibaba IPO, and the valuation kept on getting ratcheted up, and investors kept on thinking about some of the parts for Yahoo and what it meant. Look at this chart right here. Okay, the stock I think was almost up 100% last year. It was just a 45-degree angle, bottom left, upper right. Well, let's look at, this is 2014. It's really gone sideways here, okay, and the stock is actually down 15% on the year. Here's the year-to-date chart, and what I find really interesting about this circle right here, okay, this is when Alibaba finally filed their S1 for the IPO. What did the stock do? It just cratered right here, okay? It spent a little time going sideways here, so that was clearly a sell the news situation. The stock recovered, and then a couple weeks ago, they filed an amendment to the S1. Both instances showing slightly slower growth than people thought. Look at that. Bam. Okay? So the stock had bounced a little bit today, but in general, I guess the main point that I would make is that all year last year, it was kind of buy the rumor. This year, it has been sell the news. And I'm just going to make one last point about the price of options here. Even with that big seller in the Jan 40s, this is implied volatility, the price of options. Look at how it's moving up right here of late. It just shows you that this is a name in a very low vol environment where a lot of stocks have implied volatility, which is near all-time lows or multi-year lows. Yahoo's is ticking up. People are worried. Marissa Mayer is going to be on the clock here once they get this cash from Alibaba when they monetize a portion of the stake. And investors are basically saying they don't trust that she's going to make good decisions with that money.